Hi everyone, Kaos Nova here, and we are learning a bit about how to use Final Cut Pro. Now, Final Cut Pro at face value may seem to be more expensive than, say, Wondershare Filmora, so let's take a look. Alright, so as you can see, Final Cut Pro is listed as $299.99, so it's a little bit over $300 because you got to include the shipping, handling, and taxes. Fine. Alright, so we look at the Wondershare Filmora below it. And yes, there's the subscription costs, or there's the lifetime costs. Here's what I'm going to tell you is that over time, over a couple of years at owning Wondershare Filmora, they will have other updates asking you to pay for them and additional content to download, and those all cost money. So in essence, Final Cut Pro will end up being, over the course of say 5 years, it'll be comparable, if not cheaper, to what you spend on Wondershare Filmora. That's just how it works, passive subscription. Now let's get back to editing a little bit, and we're going to look up the effects here. So we're going to try to do a green screen effect. But first we're going to go here. So you can go and you can search for the effect you're looking for. So we're going to do a search. So as you can look in the box of the various menu items. And first, before we get to the effects, we're going to show you that the media you have in your project is arranged by whatever it was labeled as well as what time it came onto your computer. So the arrangement by dates is a little annoying, but again, this is primarily meant as a video editor for post-production, for putting the special effects into your video. So right now I'm going through the preloaded background that I have here of computer circuitry and the high-tech theme. And this will be the background that plays that I added. Final Cut Pro has preset backgrounds, which I'll show you in a later episode for Final Cut Pro. But yeah, here I am going through here, and now I'm going to find a spot in the timeline to add my little item. So the first one is going to be a guy playing a keyboard. So we're going to green screen this, and we're going to search for the effect. Now remember, before I could duplicate it to add more duration, but before I duplicate it so much, I'm going to want to set the effect in the clip before I replicate the clip. So first I'm going to find the green screen effect and use it. So you can scroll around or you can just go search using text. But here's a little way to see some of the effects that are involved in this program. So you can see color filters, you can see green screen effects, you can see you can make black and white, you can add sound effects if you want. It's great. There's so much in it. So this is, color scaling. Doesn't do much. I'm going to undo that. But that's just the beginning. So get working. But there you can put a title in there if you want. I'm not entirely in the mood for doing, special titles, but I'll do titles later, okay? But now we're just going to type it in, because that's the easiest way to search for this special effect, and we're going to find green screen. So here we are, green screen, double click it, and now all of his green screen background, you just have the guy playing on the keyboard. That's it, alright? Now since you put the effect into the clip, the effect will carry on when we replicate the clip for duration. So we want to replicate this clip to have a total duration that goes along with this entire clip in the background. It will carry over the green screen effect, which really beats having to add it into every single clip. So it replicates along with the clip. Whatever settings you have in this clip that you're applying the replication to, make sure you have whatever special effect is going to go in before you do it. Alright, so here, now you use the timeline marker to paste, but you do copy the clip and use the timeline marker to paste the clip down. Alright, there it is. So I keep repeating this clip, and I'll slide the clips a little bit to make sure they're perfectly adjacent, so that there won't be gaps in the clips showing up for this little keyboard playing man. So adjusting, doing your sliding as you need to, and the keyboard playing man should have a continuous sequence going with the keyboard animation repeating. So make sure to slide them around so they're all nice and cozy next to each other. Now while I'm adjusting, I'm going to show you something for a little bit. There. So you got that's why the marker, your timeline marker, matters, because you can end up pasting it into upper tracks. You don't exactly want to do that here. So keep going. And there. Now we're going to try a different clip here. And this is how we do buttons. So buttons say, hey, subscribe to the channel. This is how you put it in. So the black is there because the green screen will get erased out. It's a way of saying, hey, this is the only part of the clip. So the green screen effect is really easy to use on this button. So now it's a button on screen that you see on the YouTube videos where it says, hey, subscribe to the channel. There you have it. You have a little subscribe button right there. So that's pretty easy. We're looking at other media. So now we're going to add audio. So the audio will be showing reels. Now there's another little label here. So I'm going to type it in so that I know in the project space, okay, what is it that I'm putting in? All right, you want to add some audio? We're going to add some audio here. So we're adding the music, return to NYC, and it is in. All right, and so here we are adjusting the audio. So as you can see there, you have the left and right speakers, because this audio by default in Final Cut Pro goes by stereo. So you can adjust and say, hey, I want to imbalance this for whatever reason. If you want to do that, which is a more advanced concept, because usually it's simply we do it in stereo. So right here you can just see the various aspects of the audio, right and left side. And I'm going to adjust the audio a little bit for this clip that I'm editing a bit, so it sounds decent, and it shouldn't sound too loud, so it won't overpower extra audio that I record into this. It shouldn't overpower my own voice. The next part will get a little more interesting. All right, so here we go, and now we're going to get a green screen, but have it be blue screen instead. So you have to adjust the colors a little bit, and it's a little bit more complicated than it is with Wondershare Filmora. Put in mind, however, that this is mainly meant for post-production. So as you can see here, initially it takes out the green, but we don't want to do green. We want to do another color besides green. So we're going to go looking and make some adjustments. So here we sample, so I'm going to sample the blue. That's one thing you can do. And as you can see, it takes out the rest because it adds to the green. So we're going to have to do we're going to have to go do a little minusing from the color that you're filtering. So we have to do some undoing here. So now we have the color wheel, as you can see here, but we're going to adjust that color wheel and say, hey, this is the range of colors you want to filter out for the chroma key. So it's here, it's a range all the way from green to blue. I'm going to say, nah, I don't want to include the green. We're only going to filter out that blue. So you have to adjust it bit by bit until it gets the green, stays. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm narrowing the cone so the range of color gets there, and I make sure that the blue is filtered out, just like that. So in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed, and if you want to hear some more video editing tips, I will be making more over the coming episodes. I'll be going back to talking about the state of games, but I'm also going to be adjusting. Now here's where you have to right click, transform, so we can change the size, because we don't want this thing taking up the whole screen, so we shrink the little button thing here. All right, so in the meantime, hope you have a nice time. Alright, now we're going to talk about adding titles in Final Cut Pro. How you do that? This one's actually fairly simple compared to the previous tasks. So we're going to look for the titles menu. It's up in the upper left-hand corner. Now this is backgrounds, but now we're going to take a look at 3D titles. We'll take a look at backgrounds for other special effects in later episodes, but for now we're going to work on 3D titles. So you click and drag and release it into your timeline. So there you will see the title if you do it, and by default it says 3D custom 360-degree custom 3D. So this is a title that's made to look 3D and insert into your video. So then you go take it and you take a look and say, okay, what am I going to do to position it? So you can position it by doing the X, Y, and Z sliders. X being how far it goes horizontally, Y being vertical. So you use the Y slider to slide it down. It's not the same as the click and drag in a lot of other video editors, but you can adjust it that way. So now you edit. And now I'm going to put a word in there. So to Kaos Tutorials, the name of this show. I'm going to add it right now. And now that I've added it, we're going to adjust the color so you can see it more with this dark blue and green background. So what's a color that stands out more? Let's see. Let's try Chrome. Nah, Chrome doesn't look good. Let's try a different color. And that's the thing, is after you see this tutorial, I want you to explore more and experiment a little bit with the app if you have the time. It's just, there's so much to explore. Learning how to take care of this app is mostly exploration as a user. So many things you can learn beyond what I'm showing you. So I encourage you to explore and to test, play around with the colors, see what different kinds of arrangements you can do with titles, or even with blue screen, green screen. So that stands out a bit, a yellowish tint. I like it. As we're approaching the end, but a great time having with me for these wonderful episodes of Kaos Tutorials, and I'm going to be getting ready to talk about the state of System Shock on Mac OS, and just using Codeweavers Crossover, which I recommend using as a way to get Windows Linux machine or Windows Linux apps running on Mac OS using a virtual machine. It's a great way to get it done, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode about System Shock and the game and their status on Mac OS using Codeweavers Crossover. It should be amazing. In the meantime, I'm just going to show you the site sign off here. So, Codeweavers has their YouTube channel and their site, so check it out. I'll link in the description. Hello there. Now this is a way you can support my channel. here. So first way is my store. This is the Streamlabs store. You can go buy some merchandise, support the channel, some little wacky merchandise with logos on it. Coming up next is my Teespring store, which I will feature products from the store on my videos, other content from time to time. Similar. Very similar, cool, sticky merchandise you can get with logos on it. A nice hoodie right here with the winter season going on. And here's my Patreon. You can subscribe for exclusive access, early access, and the honor of being a member who offers support to my channel and the ongoing operations and creations especially. And the other one here, I also have a Rumble, which I have other videos for, because with YouTube you want to have a subject focus, so there's other content of other subjects. And this should be it. So in the meantime, I want to thank you as my audience for stopping by to watch this video. Thank you for all your support. In the meantime, be safe out there, and I'll be signing off.
Hi everyone, Kaos Nova here, and this is the ending of the video presentation on Kaos Tutorials. And here's the deal: if you want to see more of my tutorials on getting your old games to work on Mac, and you want to see more tutorials on how to do various other tasks, such as very cheap ways to make YouTube videos that still look decent, and much more, feel free to subscribe. And if you want to be among the first to get each video, hit the notifications. And please, if you enjoy liking this, your vote still counts, so please click the like with a big thumbs up. All right, you have a wonderful day, and I'll be signing off.